Hey y'all, this is Danny with My Fig Sticks, where fig addiction, it's a real thing, y'all. Just accept it. I hope you all get addicted to figs with me. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to give you a quick pass through my growing fig orchard, if you will. But wanted to show y'all what all I've got going on. I've got a bunch of new figs potted up. I got a lot of work to do building some fig pots, but let's take a really quick look at what I have growing. So right here we have a couple of those Lazy Dog farm figs. Y'all, they've taken to the pots really well. I'm seeing new growth already. It's only been, they've been in there a week. I think they've been about a week in the pot. They're looking good. So this one is my Beers Black that I bought in Covington, Louisiana. Looking good. So let me explain a little bit. This fig rode in the bed of my truck for 6 hours from Covington, Louisiana to East Texas, and the leaves got a little beat up. That is to be expected, but he is putting on lots of new growth now. I think he has taken well to his new fig pot, and I think we're going to be okay. And then again, here we have another of the Lazy Dog figs. Y'all, these Lazy Dog figs were in fantastic shape. Got them potted up. They seem to be liking their new pots. Of course, back there you can see all of the ones that I've had growing. Now, I will tell you this, these are 3 figs that I got from the Harrison County Master Gardener plant sale. These figs have been, they've been interesting to watch. They've grown and then they stopped growing. They've dropped all their leaves and then they put on new leaves and they've put on new growth. This one is just now hitting another growth spurt, while this one right here is going nuts. He's about a month into this growth spurt and has tons of new growth all over him, but looking very good. We'll come down a little bit. So these are the Violet de Bordeaux that I've got going. Now these all came from Baker Creek. They came in as plugs, so I'm curious as to whether they are tissue culture figs. That will be interesting to see as we go on. Then we've got all of my air layers. Y'all, check this out. So I questioned with my air layer whether these figs would remain. Look, these guys are swelling. This one is beginning to ripen. This is a Texas Everbearing. If you don't have a Texas Everbearing and you live in the South, you really should. I've had a couple off of my mother tree. Fantastic, delicious sugar fig. But all of these air layers are looking fantastic. Y'all, I don't know that there's a difference between whether you full girdle, half girdle, or just scratch. These are all looking good. This is a half girdle. Look at all of the new growth coming up on this thing. They've only been in pots for a week. Crazy. I'm so excited about all of my air layer experiments. This is another one here. This is my newest addition. This is the Cadota that I found at Lowe's here in Longview. I'm excited about that. He seems to be taking to his pot well. Let's take a look over here. This is my Olympian. Y'all, this is a tree from a cutting just back in December. All of my, I'll give you a little bit of history. I bought a fig back in November. I'll show you that first fig, the OG, if you will, back in November. And then I started reading up on them and I kind of got addicted. I bought some cuttings. This tree right here came from a cutting. You can see the cutting top right there. No, he did this since the end of December. I think I looked back. I received these cuttings in the last week of December, right before Christmas. And then obviously with all the chaos, I didn't get them rooted until, or I didn't get them in little pots until the end of December, 1st of January. But man, how great is the growth. So a little history on this one. This is a Texas Everbearing. This is a cutting I took off of my OG Everbearing, Texas Everbearing, as is this one. Lots and lots of growth. They have done very well. This is an I-258. Y'all, look at this tree. This is again Another fig tree from cutting. Y'all look, the base of this tree is literally swallowing the cutting. This all happened since the end of December. Absolutely incredible. Y'all, figs are so vigorous and quick growing. So Italian 258, excited about that one. I have a taste test video coming out soon. This is the OG. This is my original Texas Everbearing. I bought this last November at a local nursery. Y'all, this is definitely a tissue culture fig. I'm not sure if that's good, bad, or indifferent, but this fig has finally started putting on some green growth. Super excited. I've had a couple of figs off of this, even as a tissue culture. I've gotten a couple of figs off of this tree. Super sweet, fantastic figs. Y'all, this is my brown turkey. I also refer to it as Canton Unknown. I bought this tree in Canton Trades Days. If you live anywhere near East Texas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it wasn't labeled. They just told me it was a brown turkey. So while I do have labels on it as a brown turkey, I am calling it my Canton Unknown. So just notice all of the new growth on this tree. So if you watched any of my earlier videos, y'all would know this tree is one that figologists suggested that I cut the top out of. So you can see here that I cut the whole top of this tree out. It only had branches at the very tip top and a few small branches here at the bottom. All of this has happened since I cut the top of this tree out. Fantastic. Super excited about this brown turkey. I know it's just a brown turkey, but y'all, that is some fantastic growth. Thank you, figologists, for the suggestion. This is an LSU purple. It's another tissue culture fig. I've gotten a couple figs off of it so far, but I don't know. They didn't look right from the start. This is a tissue culture fig, and I'm not sure if it's actually putting on the right types of figs. Now, I will say this, in the last couple of weeks, it is definitely exploded with new growth, and it has lots and lots of little figlets on there. We'll see how those turn out. This here is a Celeste. Again, another tissue culture fig. Y'all, I think every single fig tree that I bought at a nursery or big box has been a tissue culture, save the Cadota that I just bought at Lowe's this week. So this one I've gotten no figs off of. Again, it just started putting figs on, but look, notice no real new branch growth. It's putting on lots of leaves, but no new green growth. Moving down here, this is an LSU Gold, or so it says. No way this is an LSU Gold. The couple of figs that I've gotten off of it have been black, like pure black when they ripen. Now check this out though. These are the little figs. This is how all of the figs I've gotten off of this have started out. They've been tiny, they've been dark, they wind up ripening as black. They do swell, but then look, now all of a sudden I'm starting to get these green figs that are much larger. Here's some more up here, and they're green. Y'all, what have I got here? This is not, I don't know. Maybe it's an LSU Gold. I have no idea. Help me out. Drop me a comment. I mean, look at these. Look how pretty these figs are. This is the same tree. I don't know. Tissue culture, not, I don't know. Anyway, help me out. This tree has just got me confused. And then we'll move down here. This is another Olympian. It's obviously a tissue culture. I have gotten a couple figs off of this tree, and they've been very, very good. And you can see a fig here. We'll be watching it. I think it's beginning to swell, so I'll be watching that. And then we kind of talked about these last three down here. These all came from the Harrison County Master Gardener plant sale. They have done very well. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride with those three, but they are looking fantastic to finish up the season. All right, so there's just a quick little tour of all of my fig trees. I will show you this too. My mom's birthday is this weekend. Happy birthday, Mom. And she is getting 3 figs, a Violet de Bordeaux a Celeste, and a Texas Everbearing. She's very interested in the sugar figs, so we're gonna give her a couple of sugar figs and a Violet de Bordeaux, which is a sweet berry. But anyway, I wanted to show all of you guys my orchard, my growing orchard. Y'all, I don't know where I'm gonna put all these figs. I just keep buying them. I say it all the time, but fig addiction is real, y'all. I can't pass them up when I see them, and now I'm starting to air layer. Y'all, it's cuttings is just around the corner. In a couple of months, not even a couple of months, y'all, in like 4 or 5 weeks, holy mackerel, I'm gonna be taking cuttings from some of these trees and it's starting to root them. What am I gonna do with all these trees? I'm gonna give them away. I'm gonna give a lot of these to friends. This is a lot of practice for me. I'm trying to learn exactly how to air layer, how to take cuttings, how to root cuttings. So I'm going to be giving some of these cuttings, some of these air layers away. You saw the 3 I'm giving to my mom for her birthday, but I wanted to show y'all around. Hey everybody, I appreciate you sticking around this long. Y'all, welcome to my fig stick. For fig addiction, it's a real thing. Just embrace it and join the Figolution. Thanks for watching. I hope this air layer takes, and I'm afraid 4 weeks, no roots, maybe starting over.